We are live. Kraken Pod After Dark. Hello. Hello to everyone that is here. Well, that was fucking depressing. All right. I'm gonna get into first off, I appreciate y'all checking in. You guys and gals, y'all are great. It is almost midnight here, so bear with me. It's been a long day and a long week. And this game did not help. Man, this was like Kraken shit from the beginning. Well, I say beginning, we're about to be in the middle, but you know what I'm talking about. Like the beginning of this season where the team just found a way to lose. I'm like looking at the stats and I'm like, how the hell did the boys find a way to lose this game? And I'm watching the like the post game report, and they were just talking about like how the Kraken got off to a slow start. And I was like, yeah, but they kind of flipped things around. The next thing you know, it was 3-1. They didn't control the puck well in the neutral zone. I mean, I don't know. It was just a really weird game. This team really found a way to lose it. I don't know what else to say. Obviously, like this probably won't be a long Kraken Pod After Dark because it's almost midnight here. I'm trying to be quiet, so I don't wake anyone up. But yeah, that was fucking shit. And this is why on the most recent episode of the Kraken Pod, I was talking to Jeff about the panic button because I'm like, hey man, this team has to prove me wrong and make the playoffs. This overtime loss is their 10th overtime loss on the season. That's 10 points that the Kraken have left on the table. I mean, unbelievable. That's a difference between being on the outside looking in and being near the top of the division of the conference. I mean, that's fucking bananas. And this team they have to find ways to win, and that was not what's going on tonight. I'm honestly shocked by this loss. And I'm sure everyone that watched the game is too, because when the game was 3-1, as I'm watching it, I'm just like, dude, not only do the Kraken, by the way, most dangerous lead in hockey, 2-goal lead. Not only do the Kraken like have the lead, but they are dominating the fuck out of St. Louis. I didn't like the way St. Louis looked to end like the second period. I thought they were rushing a lot and kind of controlling the puck, and that was making me nervous. But man, I don't know what to say except from like that's some Kraken shit right there. I mean, this team really found a way to lose. Let me go over some notes really quick, and then whatever y'all want to talk about, please drop comments, questions, anything like that. Again, well, I was gonna say I know it's late. It's insane to me that back in Washington, it's almost 10 p.m. What I would give for that scenario right now. It is almost midnight over here. It's also a Friday. So to anyone that made it, I appreciate you. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. And also, if you're here, hit the thumbs up and blah, blah, blah. All right, here we go. St. Louis scores in the power play early. The Kraken going down 1-0, but it's not long after that Dumoulin ties the game 1-1. By the way, Dumoulin, quietly, not so quietly, has been playing. Sorry, I'm stirring my drink right now, and sadly, and this is why the vibes are. We gotta turn these vibes around. I'm stirring my liquid IV, and the reason why I don't have alcohol is because I have a fucking doctor's appointment on Monday. And I can't have alcohol for 72 hours prior to that. So I had to cut myself off today. And it's nothing serious. They just like, hey, make sure there's no booze in your system. I'm like, all right, done and done. Anyways, no one wants to hear about that. Moving on. 1-1 game. Not too long after that, Bjorkstrand on the power play. By the way, he was one of the 3 stars of the game. Actually, Dumoulin was as well, despite the loss. Not that 3 stars means anything. I mean, it literally was a tradition that was started in Canada. God, Jeff and I went over this on an episode of Kraken Pod. Anyways, it's carried over to the NHL. You know, it's been long standing at this point now. Just some shit that's made up. It is what it is. Whatever. Anyways, Bjorkstrand just played out of his mind today, and it sucks that when they and also so did Jared McCann. It really seemed like St. Louis was gunning for him tonight. I don't know what the deal was, but I swear to God, it's like their game plan was like anytime Canner is on the ice, you fucking take him out, like whatever you got to do. I mean, unbelievable. Bjorkstrand on the power play, unbelievable setup, just a great goal all around. And right when you think, oh, this can't get any better, like things are taking a turn, like this is going to look really good, it gets better. The tic-tac-toe between Yanni Gord and Golvanen was just an absolute beauty. I loved it. And it was one of those things where, I mean, like peak, like this is the peak of the game where I'm like, dude, the Kraken are up 3-1. They are absolutely demolishing St. Louis. Shortly afterwards, St. Louis took a timeout. And I hate Jordan Binnington so fucking much. I was like, oh my God, is Binnington going to be chased from this game? That's where my head was at. And by the way, this loss stings even more because we let fucking Binnington get a W in our barn. I hate him. And I don't hate St. Louis. Like they're just a team that, respect and whatever, kind of indifferent towards them. But that fucking guy, for him to get a win, man, it really, really sucks. Blues end up going up on another power play. Excuse me. They end up scoring. At this point, the Kraken still had the lead. It's 3-2. They tie the game early in the third, and I'm watching in disbelief. I'm just like, what is going on? Like the Kraken have almost double the amount of shots on net than St. Louis. Kraken Pod After Dark. Welcome to me drinking liquid IV and yawning. How fucking great is this hashtag content? Anyways, and then the Kraken go to overtime, which, none of us feel good about whatsoever. And the Kraken end up losing in overtime. And again, that's a 10th overtime loss on the season. It's 10 points the Kraken have left out on the table. And it hurts. It's brutal because and I'm knocking on wood here because I'm not rooting for this. If the Kraken do not make the playoffs, that's the first thing everyone's going to look at, including me. And it's deserved, right? I mean, like that's what we should be looking at. This is why I love Kraken Pod After Dark. Well, for a number of reasons. But one of them being this. Megan is here from Australia. Let's fucking go. And time check. It's 5 p.m. Saturday there. Pouring rain. And Haxtell's blue tie let me down. I love it. Listen, it's not a Kraken Pod After Dark until Megan's here from Australia and tells us what time it is. We need every time we do this, we need a time update and an Australia update. Megan, if it makes you feel any better, it has been raining in New Orleans for like 3 days straight. It's been ridiculous. I don't know what to say about that. So yeah, anyways, thank you for checking in, Megan. I really appreciate that. And Melissa, shout out to Melissa, just for being awesome. Spitting rain in Seattle. Yeah, not surprised. Crazy. And the crazy part is I think I moved to a state that actually has more rain than Washington. So that makes sense for me. I'm clearly winning at fucking life here. Dave Stewart, are we gonna win? Dave, I just appreciate you hopping into this stream before we're actually live to drop this comment. And then, the answer is no, Dave. No, we lost. We lost the fucking game. Curtis, we have a shot unless it goes to a shootout. Yeah, we did. Man, there were some, you know what? And I see a comment about this, which is great because I want to mention it. Here we go. We had some big whiffs. Holy shit. I don't know what else to say in regards to this comment, except for I agree. I mean, the Kraken, multiple chances, and I'm talking like wide open net type shit that they just could not score on. I mean, I'm sorry, it's late here. This is a game that the Kraken are going to look back and really wish they won. I did not make this prediction on the last episode that we did, but I legitimately thought and was confident in my prediction that I told Jeff, and this was off mic, but I told Jeff that the Kraken were going to win 4 games and have a 4-game heater going into the All-Star break. And I believed that just because of one, the schedule favorable, incredibly favorable. I think the only road game is at San Jose, which is a joke. I mean, if they don't fucking go into San Jose and clean up house, I don't know. That could be a weird point of the season. We're not even going to go there because I'm not going to put that energy out there. So, anyways, yeah, I thought they could win 4 in a row. And also because the Kraken are starting to get healthy again, Yanni Gord coming back from his suspension, yada, yada, yada. There's no reason why they should have lost tonight. 0. They look so fucking good 2 nights ago. And to give away this game. I mean, and again, it's great to get a point in the standings. But listen, you can manipulate stats into basically kind of telling the story you want it to tell. Because the reality is what's going to happen is if the Seattle Kraken make the playoffs, we're going to say, look at all those tight games. Thank God we got those points, right? Seattle Kraken don't make the playoffs. It's, man, look at all those tight games. Look at all those points. I mean, that's verbatim how it's going to go. I am pulling up the standings right now. By the way, 10 points on the table. The Kraken right now have 50 points on the season after 48 games played. Folks, that's not good. That is not good. That puts them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th in the Pacific. They are 3 points behind the Kings, who, by the way, are on a fucking slump right now. They've lost 3 in a row. Edmonton has not fucking lost in what feels like a decade. They have won 15 games in a row. We remember because we were one of the victims. We are 3 points behind LA, who, by the way, has also played 2 fewer games than the Seattle Kraken. So to put things into, I don't know. I'm just trying to keep everyone's expectations real here because we're going to need to really turn things around. I want to see Dave Haxtell make a move. And I want to see a trade happen to really help out this team. Sorry if I'm delaying here for a second. I'm just looking up some things as I am talking here. I am looking up the trade deadline for the NHL because I don't know it off the top of my fucking head. When is the trade deadline? Deadline in the NHL. Late February. Cool. So that's a date. It just says the month. Whatever. All right. So the Kraken basically have a month in order to figure this out. I still think that the Kraken are going to be buyers at the deadline. And I equated this to like March Madness. If the Kraken were a college basketball team right now, we would be a good but certainly not great team on the outside of the bubble looking in. That is the situation for the Seattle Kraken that that is our reality. We have to figure some things out. It's not good that we are 5th in the Pacific right now. Again, at 50 points, the Kings having 3 more points than us, but playing 2 fewer games. By the way, Edmonton has 7 more points than us. They have played 4 fewer games. That winning streak of 15 is fucking serious. Thankfully for us, Calgary has lost 4 in a row. Thank baby Jesus, because that's keeping our hopes alive. Otherwise, we're getting leapfrogged by them, and they're gonna put us in 6th. If you look at the wild card, right as of now, we are out. We are 3 points behind. We're 3 points behind the second wild card spot for the Nashville Predators, and the team that leapfrogged us tonight was the St. Louis Blues. So yeah, tonight was a huge loss. There's no other way to put it. And this, I mean, we need to win the next 2. There's no excuses. These are both games that the Seattle Kraken should win. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, San Jose is San Jose. That is a gimme game on the schedule. Fortunately, the next game actually will be on Sunday. I'm not saying San Jose is the next game. I'm just saying we play them. The next game Sunday. Columbus makes their return to Client Pledge Arena. Tuesday at San Jose, off for like a week and a half. Thank baby Jesus, the boys need it. Let's get healthy. Let's get this shit rolling again. And from Melissa, this is a good question. Do I think Groot comes back on Sunday? Yes, I do. We've been riding the fuck out of Joey. And I actually looked up a stat that I found really interesting. I was going to say it for the podcast, but I will drop it here. At the time this stat was a thing, this was after the game Wednesday where the Kraken beat Chicago 6-2. Joey Decord that game had 34 saves, and in his past 17 starts has allowed 2 goals or less 14 out of 17 times in those games. I think that's very relevant. I think it shows how great he's been playing. If you would have asked me tonight how many goals Decord's giving up tonight, I would have said less than 2. I really did think, I was so confident the Kraken were going to win tonight. I really, really was. And it's disappointing for all of us. So, yeah. Anyways, I do not know what else to say. I'm going to cut it short here because it's a little bit after midnight and it's late, but I love you all. I appreciate you all. Again, if you're here, hit the thumbs up, all that stuff. I will be back. Kraken Pod After Dark is returning. We got to turn these vibes around. I will talk to Jeff and figure some things out. Maybe we'll do like another giveaway. Maybe we have like some Kraken Pod merch or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I love you all. Thank you for spending part of your Friday night with me here. Let's go Kraken. And yeah, I'll be talking to you soon.